Are you really that strapped for time that you can't find 10 minutes in your day to do something like this? If it's a priority for you and it's important and you understand the benefits, there's a way that you can overcome that.
Welcome to the Dad Central Show, the podcast that helps overwhelmed dads conquer stress, build confidence, and become the father their family brags about. Join Drew Solon, a leadership coach and father of five, and Ed Gow Jr., a fatherhood advocate and contributor to the Good Men Project, as we guide you through the journey of fatherhood. We'll show you how to connect deeply with your family, manage your time and energy better, and master tools to become the dad you want to be. Let's get started. Welcome to Dad Central, a parenting podcast to reduce stress and build confidence in fatherhood. Today, we're diving into something every dad can benefit from: simple, fun, and powerful outdoor activities that strengthen the bond between you and your kids. So we're going to take a look at some things today: why outdoor activities matter, top outdoor activities by age group, common barriers and how to overcome them, and a quick win challenge for dads. Drew, what is up today?
What's going on, Ed? Well, we've got a lot of outdoor activities planned for the next little bit, partly because the kids are involved in activities and, it's getting into the summertime. So for me, this is, when I reflect, something that has really created a ton of memories with me and my children or just our family over the years. And I also am just a person who loves being outdoors. So this is right up my alley, and I'm looking forward to talking more about it and helping dads have something that they can take away and apply. Even if you're not necessarily an outdoorsy person, the benefits that getting out of the house can have.
As I said to Drew before we push the record button, this is a Drew episode. This is a Drew episode. So he's got enough kids and he's an outdoors guy. So there's alignment. So before we get into it, our show is sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. Dove Men Plus Care believes care is the best of a man because when men care for themselves and others, there's a positive impact. So let's get right into it. First things first. Drew, why do outdoor activities matter?
Well, for many reasons, but let's start by talking number one about the relationship. And so, play can be inside, but play outside is, I'll say, less restrictive, and there are a lot more opportunities to create unique circumstances where play and fun can really happen. And so, to me, it's about the relationship development between a father and a child. And, a natural strength of fathers is typically play or adventure, right? Dads like adventure, and outside is a great place to really embrace this idea of adventure and exploration. Natural, as I said, natural strengths. And the more the dads work in their strength zone as parents, the better the relationship builds between them and their child. And to me, that's a huge benefit. The other thing, and I'll throw this out there and then turn it over to you to add some of your comments as well, is that research is crystal clear on the benefits to mental and emotional well-being when human beings are outside in nature. Even if you just get out and go for a walk together, there are brain and mood boosting things that happen inside your physical body. And that not happens for you, it happens for your child. So to me, the physiological impact of just being outside, that science absolutely proves, to me, those two reasons alone, relationship plus the physical and mental and emotional benefits, seems like reason enough. But, and there's more. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, one of the words that really resonate with me on this subject is bonding.
Mhm.
Really and truly, the bonding aspect. Whenever we chat about subjects like this, I always go back to our super dad, super kids training about how important play is for a dad and their child or children, and that bonding time you have with your child in the play area, especially outdoors, fresh air. Now, the only challenge is sometimes, especially if your child's young, you may have to make sure you're in shape because you may have to run after your child. But that's a whole other conversation. But Drew is in shape. I know he takes pride in being in shape. But the bonding aspect, I'm almost going to say that probably, if not the best way, one of the best ways, especially when your child is young, to bond with your child is outdoor activity, even in the wintertime. right? It's so, so important. And I've seen so many, I've witnessed it myself and witness it with other dads either by watching it or through the stories of other dads, the bonding aspect. It's so, so important, that bonding aspect. And nothing can take that away. And those moments, especially with your child, will never be forgotten. And I would hope also for dads, those moments won't be forgotten because when things sometimes go dippy in that relationship with your child, the more you have those outdoor activities, it will smooth the bumps in the road because of those wonderful times spent outdoors. Actually, Drew,
Yeah.
do you have a quick personal story in regards to an outdoor activity?
I mean, I probably have a ton of stories, but I'll just share this brief one. Yeah, we've got family friends who live right on a lake, so they're outside of the city, and it's very, I'll say, remote. But it's literally an outdoor playground. We've been up in the wintertime. We're out on the lake. We're skating. We're playing in the snow. We're playing with the dogs. We're sledding down hills. And I'm not a huge winter fan, but I reflect on that experience, and our kids all had a great time. Even though some of them were a little bit hesitant at first, literally within minutes, then there's like they forgot about any hesitation. And then we were there recently as well, and they've got archery, they've got a slack line, they've got a rope to climb,
Nice.
they've got water sports, they've got axe throwing, they've got or knife throwing. It's great. They've got zip line, like you name it, you can do it outside. And so one thing I know about this family is that they're tremendously close. And I can't help but think, they made this move in 2020. They were in the city, no yard, and now it's like the exact opposite. And so, I mean, I I can only wonder of what has this time of connecting and being outdoors and experiencing these things together done to bring that family even closer together. I'm sure they would be close, just the quality of individuals there, but I feel like that seeing what they do and how they live and seeing the tightness of their family, I feel like there's some anecdotal evidence of wow, the value of this outdoor play.
Almost sounds like Survivor for kids. The surviving TV show for kids is set up at
Yeah.
this place. That'd be a cool place to check out, but I love it. Let's talk next up top outdoor activities by age group. So I'm gonna put just a drink as he has the age group range in his house.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. So I mean, we've got some standard things that you could look at. So toddlers, if we're saying ages 2 to 4, and Eliana's 2 now. You could do a little scavenger hunt. You could do this chalk art, which is coming up. Eliana really loves the park and running around, and she loves her water table. So you could do backyard camping anytime. You know, little things. And honestly, I find for her, everything is new. So it's all about discovery. So literally in the backyard, she can discover plants, she can discover insects, she can discover, gravity off the side of the deck. It's a very low, it's only one step deck. So there's no danger to my child here. But anyways, the reality is that even in your local area, there are many, many opportunities for kids to toddler age to really just explore because everything is essentially new to them. The fascination that Eliana has with an ant crawling in front of her keeps her occupied for minutes, and that's pretty cool. So those are some simple ideas, I think. Get them outside and kind of watch them explore and discover as toddlers.
Let me just ask you, with the age range difference you have in your children, do you see the activities, outdoor activities they enjoy differ with each one of them?
You mean currently?
Well, like Eliana is 2, but what about your other children when they were 2? Were they the same sort of outdoor activity that they enjoy the same sort of thing? It may be too crazy a question to ask, but I'm just curious.
No, it's a reasonable question. They all have enjoyed, especially at that age, being outside and being exposed to new things or even things that they have been exposed to, but then they go back and do it over and over again. So I have witnessed in my children a fascination, a wonder, a desire to explore and adventure. Some a little more adventurous than others, but I feel like that's been a common trait that I've observed in my kids at that age.
Cool, cool. Well, I'll just add in some suggested outdoor activities for different age ranges for toddlers who are 2 to 4 years old. So these are just suggestions: nature scavenger hunt, chalk art on sidewalks, backyard camping. Yes, even during the day for kids who are 5 to 9. Obstacle course building, fishing at a local pond, flying kites together. Then those who are tweens and teens, 10-year-olds and plus, bike hiking trails, geocaching, which is real world treasure hunting. I have not done a treasure hunt in forever. And then building something together. I love the building something together is always a great thing. I think it's a great activity if you can do it together with your child is so, so good. Now let's talk about common barriers and how to overcome them. Now I hear a lot of fathers say, I don't have time to do this. Drew, what's your thought on that? Like what's one of the like when a father says, I don't got time to do outdoor activities. What are your thoughts on that?
That very well may be the case. Fathers sometimes carry a heavy load. They're often, being responsible for a lot of different elements for the family. So I want to just acknowledge, time may be a real stressor for you, and it may be that you're away or you travel or you don't get to see your child very often. So you feel like, I just want to kind of be with them when I do get the time. So I want to acknowledge that. I think the reality is that what we're talking about can be, you can see measurable impact in 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, if you can get up to half hour. And I would say, if I truly challenge the dad, as I often do when we're in our coaching or in our group community, are you really that strapped for time that you can't find 10 minutes in your day to do something like this? Usually the results are, yeah, I probably could. If it's a priority for you and it's important and you understand the benefits, there's a way that you can overcome that. Simple suggestion is just do like a 30-minute micro adventure on a weekend. For me, we've got a park just down the road, a couple of parks actually. And so, you know, maybe it's like, okay, we're just going to run out to the park and we're going to take, 20 minutes, half hour, or we'll hop in the car, we'll go to a park, another park somewhere different. And we do it like, it's like the Amazing Race. Okay, the Amazing Race. We got 20 minutes. We got to hit this, hit that. You kind of make it fun and adventuresome, and you tap into some of their natural competitive instincts that you might see them coming out. And there's many things you can get done in a short period of time. So
Yeah, I like that, and I would even add on to what Drew is saying too. Is it an investment or is it expense? Is spending outdoor, even it's 15 to 30 minutes, it's an investment. It's not an expense. And the ripple effect will be for years to come. Also, too, if we'll hear a dad say, my kid isn't interested. Well, let them choose the activity or combine it with their interests, like something like a photography walk or sports. Or hey, maybe you're not an outdoorsy person. You don't have to be. It's about showing up. It's not about being an expert. So I want to put a quick win challenge for dads. So I'm challenging the dads out there. Pick one outdoor activity and schedule it for this weekend. It can be 15 minutes. What matters is presence, not perfection. So as
can
we,
we pause there for a second, Ed?
yeah,
About presence, not perfection. My challenge to you is, keep your eyes on or stay engaged in the area that your children are with them with no distraction.
100%, 100%. That Drew, love that out on. Excellent, excellent. So as we close up today's conversation, what did we chat about today? We talked about why outdoor activities matter, the top activities by age group. We also talked about common barriers and how to overcome them, and a quick win challenge for dads. So, Drew, what resource do we want to encourage those who are listening to get engaged with?
Yeah, we've been sharing about our Dad Mentor membership community, there now is the opportunity to get in, because we're closing down the mentorship, because we're rebuilding it and making it even better in the future. So now is the time to get in, and when we reopen it, it's going to be at a much different level in terms of the price point. So you get in now, you have those opportunities and those advantages as we work on improving it and making it even better. So Dad Mentor, our membership community, support from other fathers, dedicated coaching, and the core, our Dad's Roadmap, which is a 5-stage process that takes dads from feeling overwhelmed, unsure, and kind of stuck to being much more confident, calm, and ultimately connected and building the relationship that they've always wanted with their children and their family.
Wonderful. We'll just close off with something really quick here. Remember, outdoor activities are a powerful tool for deeper connection. One of Drew's favorite words, connection, by the way, and they don't need to be complex. So this is a final question. What outdoor memory from your own childhood stuck with you, and how can you recreate that moment with your child this week? So as always, I want to say thank you for giving the most important thing, your time, to us today. And as always, don't just manage your time, manage your energy, and remember to give yourself grace. Be well.